As far back as I can trace, some 100+ years, my people have worked the earth. In my mind, I am a wild tobacco flower, waiting for Grandma, Big Mama to come gather me at dusk. I lose face, limbs, bones in the soil as the sun scolds me brown. We are and have always been women of the earth, wild seeds that root when and wherever scattered. When I look in the mirror, I hear the earth hum for us. A psalm spreads like a carpet of wild poppies, jazz beneath the sun. We are wide and tall, though unseen and unheard outside the soil that masks our skin. This rootedness paints me. Self-portrait between 5 and 6 a.m. The sun has learned to scratch my shoulders. For days, she has traveled through the city herd, learned to read the constellation of melanin dust across my cheeks and nose like braille. She has sent poems, verdant melanin blankets for skin to cover my hip heels and slackened mountains of breasts. A wild flock of umber stars speckle the lake above the road of my clavicle. Won't you gather a puddle of sun with me? Place the ocean, grow a town of calendula, golden yarrow, and ruby nasturtiums along my neck. 3 moons ago, I slid beneath a tree of newborn limes, watched a crow sing in a sentimental mood. 7 silent seconds, followed by 3 song seconds, and learned to call love after him. Self-portrait. The women's voices are the loudest. I've got the earth in my bones. Listen, tobacco flowers, cotton bowls, rice paddies trample my breath. Silence is violent rain against my body. Violence against Mama, Grandma, Big Mama's wombs. We, the women, carry trees in our spines, wide tobacco fields in our hips, and sprout chamomile in the arches of our souls. We, unsullied, stretch fig branches for arms, flash pawpaw bark for skin, knowing violence does not live in the soil for long. Soon, mustard greens root, lift their purple necks, cup their ears to the wind, and howl for women raped and trodden in the soil. Self-portrait, Lost Hills, California. Truck number 733 carries the last of tomatoes ripened by the eclipse. 2,000 round pieces of sun to bury my ankles and wrists. We drive through the grapevine, anxious to get home with ripe black figs in our denim pockets. Along Bear Mountain Road, a swarm of almond trees dance for us, laden with next year's milk and sweet oil. You, deep as the sea, tall as the range of pleated mountains lining the valley, lean over my left shoulder, kiss the tear alongside my nape. I'm sad for what you remember. We enter Goose Lake and I wonder, here, can I bury the burden below the mass of sienna weeds? Last night our sun told me it rained diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. We were watching the sun blush the waxing crescent moon pink against an inky riverside sky. Today, tumbleweeds litter my recollection. On the horizon, my torso of mounds floats. There is a sea of diamonds at home, waiting for me to heal. Self-Portrait, January 5th, 2017. I've pulled silver hearts from my ears, inserted peach calendula blooms. Rain shatters my tongue, now licking pine trees for a monsoon of splinters. The stray tomcat, always suited in his dingy white tux, has carried the neighbor's grief in. No sunlight shouts, screams while they sleep. I dream mallards trek the bridge of my spine, hold my arms together in praise of myself, curled on my back as a pillbug. Arms hold shins, hold heart into spine. Neither the cage of my ribs or the hive of my skin is able to crate the wild built of my back, born of my womb. On my back, curled as pillbug, cleaved into a million shards of black life, I serenade the blind June bug, thrumming sun rays like chords of song.